So greetings. This is CD Happiness, and we will be tackling listening skills today. So listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret message in the communication process. So it also means decoding and interpreting given sound message correctly. So there's a difference between listening and hearing. So for effective communication, you have to listen effectively, not just hearing. So listening is key to all effective communication. Without the ability to listen effectively, messages are easily misunderstood. So that is listening. Then we will go straight to the process of hearing. So the process of hearing, we have the receiving of messages. So remember, on our elements of communication, we had the receiver and the sender. So receiving messages is when you hear all the noise in a day. As people, you have to hear all the noises from the commercial, from the children playing. So for you to understand a message, for you to listen carefully, you have to receive a message first. Now, from all the noises that you've heard all day long, you have to filter out the important messages that you want to be left with. And then after you've filtered the message that you want to have, you have to attend to it. Okay, so let us say, for example, you are in a place, and then you're hearing your friend talking, you're in a phone call, and then all of a sudden there's this music that plays, your favorite music. Now you have to stop doing whatever you're doing for you to listen to the music. Or if you want to speak to your friend, you have to first stop talking to the other people and listen to whatever your friend has to say. Now that is attending the message. Okay. And then after attending, we have assigning meaning. So when your friend is done talking to you, you have to assign meaning to whatever he or she is telling you. Okay. So for example, a lecturer is talking. Let me use that example. A lecturer is talking, and you want to understand a concept carefully. You have to first listen to whatever the lecturer is saying effectively, not just hearing. You have to listen. And then of all the things he's saying, even the jokes, you have to filter whatever you want to listen. And then if you've gotten the right message, you have to attend to it. Attending to it means you have to know what it means. If you know the meaning, then you have to relate it to whatever you already know. If you don't know the meaning to that message, you have to ask for clarification. Now that is assigning meaning to the message. And then after assigning meaning to the message, you have to remember it. Now by remembering, you have to write something down. Writing is one of the processes where it helps you to remember. Okay. Yeah. So you have to receive the message. After receiving, you have to attend to the message. After attending to it, you have to assign meaning. You want to know whether you know it or not. If not, you have to seek for clarification. If you do, then you have to relate it with whatever you already know. And then if you now know, you have to put it in writing for you to remember. Okay. Yeah. So remember, writing down improves listening and remembering. Okay. Yeah. So after that, we are going to look at the principles of listening. So for effective listening, what can you do? You have to stop talking. By stop talking, you have to know the importance of turn taking, the turn taking rule, where a person is speaking, you have to keep quiet for him or her to finish speaking, so that if it's your turn, you now have to speak yourself up. And then prepare yourself to listen. How will you prepare yourself to listen? By avoiding distractions. When your friend is talking and you want to listen to a lecture, you have to move away from her, and then you go to a place where it's safe for you to listen carefully. And then put the speaker at ease and let him speak, or you can make her feel free to speak. This means when he's speaking, you have to give him a chance to explain himself. Okay, you don't have just to rush into things. That is why he said the first rule should be stop talking. Okay. So remove distractions. I've already explained that. Then you empathize. Empathize is having an open mind. You have to think with the speaker. You have to think so that it can be easy for her or him to explain himself out. Okay. And then you have to be patient. Yeah, you let the speaker finish whatever he or she has to speak. Then focus on the nonverbal communication. So communication is both by eyes and by ears. So you have to listen, and at the same time you have to look at the person, how the person is moving. If he is smiling, you have to note that. So it is also important for you for that. So those are just the principles, or the principles of effective listening. And then the barriers of effective listening. Faking attention. If you're faking attention, this means you're not listening. This means you're hearing, and hearing is not good for communication. You have to listen. Okay. And then lack of interest. If you have no interest in a certain topic, then you'll not be listening. You'll be just there, and that is hearing, and that is not what we want in communication. And then try to listen to more than one conversation at a time. So this means you are not focusing on the speaker. You have to focus on one person speaking. The person who you want to gain something from, that is the person you have to focus and get away from distraction. And then being close-minded. This means that being close-minded, it means you're not with the speaker. You just have your own, you are sticking to your own information. Even if the speaker says something that contradicts your information, you want, now that brings argument. Okay. Yeah, it brings argument, and you have to be open-minded with the speaker. And then fear, leading to arguing rather than listening. If you're having fear of letting your mind gain some new information, you'll be fearing. Okay, so those are just some of the barriers of effective listening, and that will be the end of our session.